Hey y'all. Maybe I should have checked my analytics before we go live. Yes, Grand Rising. I am so emotional this morning with what happened to Sonia Macy. I just took my headscarf on. You can see my lines. I woke up crying, you guys. I woke up crying about Sonia. And I'm torn. Grand Rising, you guys. Make sure you smash that like button, smash the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell. And, yeah. But I'm upset this morning, guys. So upset. Sarah, I'm so upset. I'm so upset, Sarah. What happened to Sonia Macy is so fucking wrong. And I'm trying to have peace in my life and peace in my heart and forgiveness. But I feel like us keep on forgetting it is why they keep doing it. Oh, all they're going to do is forgive us. They're not going to do anything. And I just feel very upset about Sonia Macy calling for help. And those people were just so ready to freaking alive her and leave her 2 kids orphaned so they can get them caught up in the system. And I was just in here crying with my husband because it's just so fucking upsetting. Like, it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck are we supposed to do? Like, we already aren't fucking with them. And then she said when they got to her house, she said, don't hurt me. And oh, why would you say that? We're not here to hurt you. And then she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he better not or I'll shoot you in your motherfucking face. And then shot her in her face while her hands were up and she was cowering on the floor. He came around there to pow her in her face twice. He told her to go get the fucking shit off the stove. Why were they asking for ID in her own fucking house? Terrorists. That's fucking why. So upset. No forgiveness. Yeah. Right? No forgiveness. Fuck that. And then I'm really trying to be one of these light seed people and have my peace and help the world ascend to the 5D so that we can get to the age of Aquarius and get out of all these antiquated systems that allow this to happen. And to do that, you're supposed to just love and mutate everything. But I can't love this. I don't love this. I don't love this. And her car was broken too. The window on her car was broken. So she called because she thought somebody was plucking with her car. They get there and the window on her car is broken. And then they tell her, oh, we didn't see nothing here. So I don't even know about that. After he shoots her in her face, he doesn't let the other guy help her. And then when the people get there, he's walking around talking about that crazy bitch. He shoots her in her face. Shoots face. And then calls her a crazy bitch while she's dead in her house and her kids are home. And this is going back to Biden because maybe had we had our George Floyd police reform bill bullshit, maybe there would at least be something happening to old fool. Did you guys know that the one who did that to Sonia Macy had been at 6 police stations in like 4 years or something? He just kept getting fired, terminated, quit. Other reason, fired, terminated, quit. Other reason, resigned. And they just let him go from place to place. And that's the same with Tamar Rice's shooter. Murderer. Look, because you're not supposed to be above the law. I did that shit, you called me a murderer. Therefore, your uniform doesn't make you not a murderer. When you kill somebody, you're a killer. especially when their hands are up. And then again, why do we always have to know how to comply when you're trained to de-escalate shit? Your literal job is to come here, protect, serve. You learned how to escalate, and then you come to my house escalating shit. I literally just woke up. I still got pillow face and everything. I'm fucking mad. I don't have no peace right now. I just can't imagine. She knew something was wrong. She knew as soon as she saw those fucking devils on her porch. She's like, don't hurt me. She already knew. And then they're all, oh, she's schizophrenic. Paranoid what? Schizophrenic where? That bitch was on point. Sonia Macy was on point in her deduction of who was on her doorstep. I'm supposed to love it away, love it away, love it away. That takes more room for their hate so far. She literally called on Jesus. Ever since slave times, they've been telling us, oh, Jesus for the help. Oh, wait on the Lord. She waited on the Lord and ended up it's in her face. And then, did you guys see the tattoos on old fool's arm? Did you see the tattoos on this arm? Because the body cam footage shows his arms. And you see all those tattoos? Did you see those tattoos? I feel like these policemen need to have their tattoos checked for gang affiliation. All those skulls and webs and shit, according to my recollection, that's some Aryan Nation type shit right there. And those cards with the ace on it and shit. I've been watching this show called Your Honor on Netflix. It's so good. Oh my God. My friend told me you have to watch it. My mom told me you have to watch it. And I was like, yeah, I don't really want to watch. You know, I'll watch something else. Excuse me. I'm like so sad. My nose. But then me and my husband finally started watching it. And in Your Honor, it just shows us even more how corrupt this whole thing is. The popo's in on it. The courts are in on it. The judges are in on it. The senators are in on it. I mean, from the littlest peon cop who's given a ticket to the freaking senators are in on this shit, covering it up for each other so they can have power over our lives to judge us. To judge us. We the people who appointed they ass. They judging us. So anyway, in this movie, Your Honor, a black guy gets to court and a white judge in New Orleans is like, are you affiliated? And he's like, no. And he tells him to undress him in court. The court is full of strangers. And the guy is in his yellow and his orange overalls. And the judge comes from behind his bench, unzips the man's clothes, the 17-year-old black boy's clothes, who was sent there by a white judge to steal his own car. He gets to court and the white judge comes off his thing, asks him in front of everybody to look for tattoos of affiliation. And if you could do that to innocent people, then I feel like that needs to go to the fucking cops. What's that skull mean, copper? What's that ace card mean, copper? Why you got webs on your elbow, copper? What's that eagle mean? Is that a full-on swastika? They got us sinners, we the people, running around doing shit, show ourselves, and then they're hiding in rooms, under robes, making decisions, and they got it the worst. They're the worst. Gang affiliation, sir, no, I'm not a police officer. That's the biggest fucking gang. That's the biggest gang. The boys in blue, blue flu. They got all the terms they need. They get it all. And then you want to talk to me about Crips and Bloods and Norteños and Sureños and Tails and stuff? Nothing. And when our police officers who are sent into the streets of America to protect and serve citizens are trained by the ICJ soldiers over in not the ICJ, but the Israeli soldiers over there. And they're trained to shoot first and ask questions later by them and to use excessive force on specifically a number of people. And we as Americans just sit back and let that happen. Why are our protectors going over there to get trained? Unless they're in cahoots. Let's see. I'm so crazy. Sarah's here. Yes, it's 6, Sarah. Being paranoid is justified when you're dealing with demons. That's what I'm saying. A-Bar, thanks for coming. Y'all really buy into their... They don't apply to you. Get it through your heads. It's absolutely disgusting. I didn't say... I'm not buying into shit. That's what I'm saying the fucking problem is. I don't know if I must have said something and I missed when you made that comment, because look, I'm not buying into shit. And I'm pretty sure that black people specifically need to be praying to black Jesus. Maybe she rebuked those motherfuckers in white Jesus's name, and that's why he wasn't on point. Because why we worshiping a Jesus that's white when he know his feet were like freaking brazen brass and hair of wool? Calling out to white Jesus. Maybe that's why he didn't hear. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You better not in your fucking face. Pow, 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 pow. I don't understand. We're supposed to be able to call on the Lord and get help. 2 big ass angels should have came out and stuck their fingers in his gun like on the freaking cartoons and made the pow pow explode on him. That's what should have happened right then. And then, triggering heat flashes. And then they lie and tell her parents. They didn't tell her parents it was an officer-involved shooting at all. This in at least a week ago. I don't know when it really happened, but it wasn't last week. They just released a footage on Monday because that's what they always do. First, they go back and they fill out a report of lies saying that the lady was having a mental episode and that they got there and she went to the stove without their permission and then got a boiling pot of water and then lunged at him and was trying to throw water on him. Made a whole report, filled out the whole report, full of when those bitches call them and make out false police reports for watching birds and walking dogs. I'm just not feeling peaceful about this. And then we get a statement from Sleepy Joe that she should have been alive today. Yeah, maybe she would have been. Maybe she'd been alive, Sleepy Joe, if you would have got that George Foreman act, whatever it was. I don't even know what the fuck it was supposed to do, but it wasn't going to do much. It was just on paper. I bet it wasn't as freaking succinct and inclusive and covers as much as the anti-Asian hate crime bill. I bet that shit. It was just going to be more rhetoric on some more paper, and it's actually going to give them more permission probably to do what they do. That's probably what it was going to do. 4 years later, and it's not even written yet. The George Floyd thing isn't even written yet, or is it written and just not passed? So, because what Sleepy Joe says, this makes it more important than ever to have the George Floyd Police Reform Act in. So what would have to, I trigger storters too. What would that have done to protect Sonia? Because these motherfuckers are running amok. They give a fuck. They don't care. They don't care. They don't care about an internal investigation because nothing ever goes wrong when you internally investigate yourself. And then the commissions and the other people never find anything wrong. They didn't even hardly release the name of the officer trying to still protect his ass. So you can't even throw no roots on. And then for the partner officer to go smooth along with it. He engaged in the shooting and then let the main guy not let him render help. So you're supposed to protect and serve and then at least render help if somebody had their hands up and they was doing what you told them to do.
Protect and serve means protect the
It means protect and serve, protect the white people and serve the white people and serve the black people jail sentences and bullets. No. What's going to happen to Sonia Macy's kids? Her kids better not be in the motherfucking system. Because, you know, if there's no next of kin at the house, when shit like this happens and there are minor children, straight into a system. And then the people, the relatives have to go into the system to try to get them out. Sounds like a puppy mill, I know. Sounds like they might have wanted her kids. That was the reason that they pow-powed this black woman in the face in her house, was so they could get their hands on her kids.
That's what they're doing. They're stealing children. They need it.
Allegedly. I don't know. I don't know. People keep talking about adrenochrome. I don't fucking know about Pizzagate. I don't know. All I know is this shit doesn't make sense. This shit doesn't make sense. And I was on that song like us. I'm still on that shit. And this is more proof they not like us. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. You better not, or I'll shoot you in your motherfucking face. Pow, 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 pow. Got up to use the bathroom in the middle of fucking night and her say, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And that's my go-to thing. Like, whenever I feel scared or stuff, I just say, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Because in the Bible, it says that when you say Jesus, the demons tremble. And all that demon did was take shots at her face. I know it's not literal, but it should work a little bit.
His name is Yahshua. That's why it's not working. We call him white Jesus. There's no Jesus.
Yeah, me and husband have a me and husband have a theory that since J's weren't even invented.
It wasn't even invented.
J's weren't even invented back in the day. His name couldn't have possibly been Jesus. It was Yahshua, Yahuwah, Yahweh. So even this name Jesus, I don't know.
That's what it's because it's not his fucking name.
I can see if you calling on the wrong deity, you're gonna get what you get wrong. And we've been calling on him for a long time. I hear you, Dad. I hear you. I'm not on that. I'm looking Sonia. Jesus.
The only thing that's going to change to help us is we need to quit working for these people.
I don't know if that's going to help Sonia.
I know. And that's going to help her. She's gone now. She's gone. We can't help her.
That's true.
All we can do is move on and be like, we're not going to accept it by quirky face fucks.
Anyway, so you guys, people have lots of theories on that. I'm just really fucking upset. She even said, I'm sorry. Pulled the trigger. You're right. He did. She knew. Well, God didn't hear the prayers of sinners. God don't hear the prayers of sinners. Oh, okay, Abar. And so you're saying that she was a sinner and that's why God didn't hear her? I think it's because she's praying to white Jesus, perhaps. That. Maybe if she was praying to the right God, then he would have heard her. How about that? I just don't understand why black people think some people are their friends, right? Yep. They're not. Just like Muhammad Ali said, even if one venomous snake was like, oh, I won't bite you, what about all your venomous friends? You guys, it's a tribe at this point. We have no allies. They're allies. Fake allies is what it's feeling like. I'm not sure. We don't even have no freaking allies for real, for real. I keep wanting my great grandma, who was a white lady. You guys know I always talk about grandma. She was a white lady from France. And she loved that black man and got disowned by her family. He got dragged to town at the back of the horse and everything. And all of that love got me here. So I be trying to hope there's allies and shit like my great grandma, right? But one isn't enough. One isn't enough. So what our allyship is like what? One per every 100? Because his other cop, the other ossifer, wasn't her ally. The one that shot wasn't her ally. All the ones down afterward and listened to him call her a bitch and didn't even correct it, they laughed at that shit. They laughed about it. laughed about it. It's disgusting. Let me see, can I find it real quick? See, look.
Circumstances of this shooting?
Well, I was never told that it was a deputy-involved shooting.
We return now to the very tragic story of a woman killed by a sheriff's deputy after she called 911 asking for help. Now, the body cam footage, we showed it to you earlier, shows the encounter between 36-year-old Sonia Massey and Deputy Sean Grayson.
So this right here is talking about what I was saying. The sheriff, law enforcement leaders traveled to Israel to learn how to handle, and you see what they do to Gazans. You see what the Israel does to people in Gaza, right? And so why are we sending our law enforcement to Israel, right? So video shows sheriff deputies shoot and kill unarmed woman in Springfield, Illinois. She called 911. She was fear. Listen what they twisted all the lies. Cowering in fear and holding a pot of water because that's what they were believing in the report. And then it says, but Illinois trained with Israel with the IOF. IOF is really something, something. Illinois has long history supporting Israel. See, first you start here. Video shows a killer for no reason. Then we understand that they're training in Israel, but why? And then we see how much support Israel is given by Illinois. They bought $10 million in bonds to support Israel due to provoked attack. Don't you think that Illinois residents could have maybe used $10 million? I'm not sure why they would even send $10 million to a foreign government from a state. And where do they get the money to send it over there? Isn't that local tax-paying dollars? Isn't that where they get the money from in Chicago? Well, in Illinois is from tax. So they sent 10 million tax-paying dollars to another nation. It sounds like reparations. Did they ever give any black people in Chicago, Illinois reparations? I don't think so. But then it goes here. These are the blank they train with regularly. Senior Israeli official warns of growing shoot first, ask later culture in IDF. And then do you see the pattern? I'm so bored, I shoot. The Israeli army's approval of free for all violence in Gaza. Yeah, and you can't tell me that it's not related either. This is crazy. This is crazy. Now this guy, he is the first, a little lighter news. Look at this. History just got made. Eritrean is the first after to win the Tour de France in 121 years, you guys. Isn't that awesome? Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And there he is with his beautiful family. The reason he rides, there are countrymen supporting him. Look at that. Isn't that a powerful picture? Yay!
This is live shots here of Biniam Germa, and the happy moments now. The flag is out.
Yay! Yay! Look at that beautiful representation of love. I love it. Woo! France, Tour de France. Dun, 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 dun. I love that song. Now I'm going to have to listen to Tour de France. Everybody check out that. Remember that hip hop song?
Kamala Harris has reportedly declined to preside over Senate when Benjamin Netanyahu come to address Congress this week. This is what I want to see. Kamala Harris is less burdened by Biden's disastrous support for the occupation state, sparking a lot of hope in pro-Palestinian advocates.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I love these. I'm obsessed with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8. 8. 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I could do it. Watch, you guys. Watch. I could do it for real. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I do it right? No, wait. I had to start all over. I'm so excited. I can really do it the first try I usually watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. I forgot 6, 7, 8. Down. This is, oh my God. I'm getting shy, I think, because I do it all the time. Me and my kid do it all the time in first try. But oh my God, here's when he was calling her a bitch. She shot her in her face and then lied and called her in a bitch. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 8.
Not that's trying to get anything else suspect.
Me.
I didn't know I had it.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
Look at them all just stand around listening to his lies, wondering how they can spin it. They're all in on it.
I gotta roll.
They got something up.
You got enough? If not, I gotta roll. Running across the front here. What do you want it? I just around the house.
Over the last 48 years, there has been a transfer of $50 trillion from the bottom 90% to the top 1% of Americans. And this is due
Shout out to Terry Wilson. We love her over here.
names. You can call it neoliberalism.
They're calling you woke if you call out bad things, basically. If you're not racist, you're woke. If you're not homophobic, oh, you're... They're calling you woke if you call out bad things, basically. If you're not racist, you're woke. If you're not homophobic, oh, you're woke. Be woke, kids. Be woke. Be wide awake. And they're calling you woke if you...
See, this is what they're scared of. What Langston Hughes said, the day we turn.
She never charged him with a pot of water. It remained on the stove.
I would have laughed. I'm sorry. That fucking psychopath. Oh my God. I'm shaking now. I am shaking from just, she called for help. She made a joke. She got shot for a fucking joke. What the fuck is going on with these fucking fascist cops? Oh my God. This gotta be it. This just defucked them all. For fuck's sake, they are a danger to humanity.
Yeah.
They're a danger to society. She did nothing wrong and shot in the face. What in the... Oh my God, her life is over. She made a call for help. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Solange went viral for
What's up, y'all?
Solange went viral. First words Sonia Macy said at her front door were "Don't hurt me." She was told, "Why would we hurt you? You called us." We have those words. When have those words meant anything when you're a black woman in this country? When do those words protect you from not being murdered in your kitchen, in your bedroom, with your babies on your lawn? What is reassurance in this place? Rest in power, Sonia Macy. Yeah, what is reassurance?
What's up, y'all? So, we are here again. What's up, y'all? So, we are here again. And I want to talk about the devastation of Sonia Massey. And before I continue, I just want to send my deepest condolences to the family, children, friends, loved ones, relatives, and people that knew her and was close with her and that loved her. Yet another black person is killed at the hands of one that's supposed to be protecting them. So, I want to remind the people of Sandra Bland and Breonna Taylor. And now we are here with Sonia Massey. And I first want to point out that when the police officers first night when she came outside, the very first thing she said to them was, "Please do not hurt me." And the officer replied and said, "Why would we?" Rewind, and now here we have Sonia Massey dead. Okay, so the first thing I want to say is I just don't understand, first and foremost, why did y'all even enter her home? She should have went, got ID, got her verification, came and brought it to the door to simply show you she is who she says she is. It's no way in hell that y'all should have entered her home from the beginning. From the beginning of the video, this lady was already petrified. She was terrified. You can see it in her. You can see it all over her face, like it was just something wrong, like she knew that something was about to happen to her. She felt it. She sensed it. It came over her. And that's what she was trying to avoid. It's just simply like no regard for black lives at all, period. I feel like the police officers are trained like GTA, like they're ready to kill a black person, to have one up under their notch, to feel complete, to feel superior, to have made a difference, so they do this for fun. I want to point out that it was two overgrown, big, buff, white male police officers that has been on the force for years with guns, tasers, mace. This lady did not oppose any type of threat to you in no sort of way. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all this. That lady seen that motherfucking demon inside that man, because she kept saying, "I rebuke you, I rebuke you, I rebuke you," and that demon just not fucking take no more. So mind you, when she gets up to go over to the kitchen to move the pot, the hot pot that she had on the stove, she gets to lift it off the stove, and the police backs up, and she's like, "Well, what you backing up?" Trying to get away from that steam, like as if she was finna throw it on him. And that lady said, "Oh, I rebuke you, demon, I rebuke you, demon." And then next thing you know, pow, 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 down, pow, pow, pow. It was like, she wasn't even close to you with the pot. She wasn't. And if you was not aiming to kill her, why the fuck did you shoot her in the head? You could have shot her in the arm to knock the pot out, the leg, the shoulder, anywhere, but you decided to deliberately kill that lady. And now we have another black woman that is another hashtag that's going to go on for a couple weeks. And nothing is going to motherfucking happen. It's going to get brushed under the rug again by police officers that are supposed to be here to serve and protect us. We are not served. We are not protected by you motherfucking bitches. What's up, y'all? So...
tagging me in it saying Joe dress in a wig said that it's not black women with no schooling were able to build the White House. If black people with no schooling were able to create all of these beautiful spirituals that we still sing to this day, if black people with no schooling were able to And of course, you know there was no oversight, because how did you allow this police officer to work at 6 different departments? Of course, you know there was no oversight, because how did you allow this police officer to work at 6 different departments for years? Talk about weeding out the bad eggs. Now, shout out to Gabriel Haynes, states that Officer Sean Grayson, the one who unalived Sonia Massey in her home, was working on his 6th police department in under 4 years. He goes on to say, why does his history look like this? Would be interested in knowing if he had prior complaints leading to his resignation. When we zoom in a little bit closer, it points out all of the police departments he worked for and discusses if he was full-time or part-time, and then it discusses the reason why he left. So the first time he left the police department, it was terminated for cause, whatever that means. The next one that he worked at was resigned, and then after that resigned, and then after that resigned. And that's 2 departments he had worked for. It said other, and then it said explain, and then it said other again, and it said explain. Explain. Just underneath that post, somebody said, this is how bad cops stay employed. They're fired from one department and they just go to the next town over with limiting of their record. They go on to say that the Cleveland cop who had unalived Tamir Rice had also been fired from the neighboring police department, and then that's how he ended up at the Cleveland Police Department. Now, according to The Guardian, Sheriff Jack Campbell said Wednesday that Grayson was fired because it was evident that the deputy did not act as trained or in compliance with their standards. Sheriff Campbell goes on to say, with our badge, we accept enormous responsibility, and if that responsibility is abused, there should be consequences. Before the firing, Grayson had been with the Saginaw, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Saginaw County Sheriff's Department for nearly 18 months. He had served as an officer at several other police agencies in central Illinois for about 7 years prior. A cop bop. Right? A cop that bops around from different departments, okay? Now, in the coming days, we're going to get more information as to why he was let go, released, or resigned from those previous police departments. For now, just know that his defense attorney arguing that he was not a threat to the community, that he turned himself in within 30 minutes of the arrest warrant being issued, and that he might be a burden to the community because of this specific denotion and not be care. His defense attorney argued that he is an Army veteran who owns a home in River community just east of Springfield with his fiancee, whom he plans to marry in the fall. They argue that his detention would be a burden to the county because Grayson requires special treatment. He is suffering from stage 3 colon cancer, which he was diagnosed last fall. I don't know why he's telling us about his colon cancer, because we don't care. He wouldn't think about his colon cancer when he was shooting that woman in the face. So why do you think that we should care about your colon cancer now? Rest free and not shooting people in the face. Make sure that you get tested for colon cancer. According to the American Health Society, it's important to get screened for colon cancer, specifically if you're part of demographics who have issues with it, like the African American community and individuals over the age of 35. As for this guy right here, his bail was denied, which means he'll be dealing with the med staff in jail while he manages his colon cancer. Mind you, his attorney stated that his medical care will be a burden financially to the state of Illinois. That's a burden the state's willing to pay because he's not getting out.
So,
and of course,
you guys,
because how did
it's a lot. It's a lot. And I wanted us to go look at all those things about it. And I wanted us to hear him laugh about it. And I wanted us to see her hands up and that she wasn't a freaking threat. And so let's look some more. Thanks for being here. Let's look at these freaking comments. Mademoiselle, thanks for being here. I just don't understand. Oh, yeah, we said that. Aryan is spiderweb. See? We know that. I watch fucking TV. I know that Aryan shit is the spider web on your fucking elbow and shit. We need to check all the freaking tattoos. We need to, before you can be a cop, you need to strip butt booty naked and let everybody in your city see all your tattoos so that they can know who they dealing with. How about that? How about that? My God, yep. I just left Denver last year and there was a homeless crazy man huddled against my window outside. I called the police and they asked for my name and address and I said, forget about me. Right? Like, why you need my shit? I'm you about something. Come over here and do your job. Fucking, we're dealing with Keystone cops that have the ability to kill. You know what a Keystone cop is? Biggest game. Yeah, look at how they made the pat. And then they always spin it. It's like this huge fucking washing machine on spin cycle and it's bouncing around laundry room of the universe because it's so unbalanced. I keep using that as an analogy and that's what we were about to have it. Oh, look, I got a crazy person. Easy, black, MAGA, whatever. Yeah, try your luck with that. Whatever. This tragedy was so outrageous. Nobody can say she did a thing, right? She complied with everything. The only reason she's at the boiling motherfucking water is because they said, ma'am, we don't want us to burn down. Go turn that off. A setup. They be saying, put your hands where I can see them. Go get your registration. And then they reach for their registration and it's pow, 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 pow. I was afraid. Afraid of what? The directions that you gave were so confusing. You were afraid that we would be able to speak court? I don't understand either, Mimi. I'm hurting. The children are motherless. Yes, fucking orphans. And they might be in the motherfucking system already if she didn't have any of the house. Well, after her, they killed her. Mimi, I will never understand either. And hopefully we don't ever have to. God, knock on wood. Look, I'm not sure what to fucking knock on or who to fucking call on because it's not working. Oh, Ryan's Film and Holy War Room. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they have to say. If he was so damn scared of a pot of boiling water, he could have, went over there and turned off his motherfucking self. But when you're setting people up, then you have to have them confused and moving around or else it doesn't look like, right? They use the water as an excuse to exterminate a life. Hey. And Ryan's Film and Holy War Room, we're under a holy war right now because she literally called on Jesus. She rebuked that demon in the name of Jesus and it did not work. As a matter of fact, that demon got all empowered. It was like he got extra power after she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus twice. It's like he leveled up and got power and shit and went into overdrive on her ass. We need to stop forgiveness. I feel like that's what it is. Turning other cheeks isn't getting us nowhere. Forgiving isn't getting us nowhere. What, are we going to march for? We're going to march for her too? Is it getting us anywhere? Done a lot of marching. The soles on the bottom of my shoes are gone from marching so much. Is it getting us anywhere? Are we still lined up in the morgues? Are we? Hot water. Yeah, and if you're so scared of hot water, then maybe you shouldn't be a cop. Maybe they shouldn't give you a gun if you're a fucking coward with balls. Maybe you don't get nothing if you're a yellow belly liver coward. Maybe you shouldn't maybe this is the wrong person for you. Maybe you need to be on a customer service line where you can cut somebody out appropriately without their life. Black people need to learn their history in concern of these demons. The slave patrol. The only reason this was even incepted in America was because of a slave patrol so that they could try to freed African Americans back to prison and chattel slavery. Yeah. Check your fucking records. They didn't have, and then the people that they hired to be look at Gangs of New York. Have you ever seen that movie? That's based off of true things here in America. In Gangs of New York, Leonardo DiCaprio, the Rabbit Feet Gang. Remember that shit? Remember shit? It was the sulliest of the sullies, the most freaking crookedest of the crookedest were the Fropo captains. And then they hired all their crooked gang members to be the Popo. You didn't see that shit? You didn't see that shit? But it imitates life. I'm not lying. It's their system. It's disgusting. The poor babies. It won't work because a lot of people will be voting for Kamala. Yeah, a lot of people won't. They won't vote for Kamala. And then Kamala to work at 6 different departments. And then oh, here it is. And of course you know there was no over because how did you? Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. No, I swear to God, I'll shoot you in your face. Okay, sorry. Did you see that? She wasn't even a threat. Yeah. Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. No, I swear to God, I'll shoot you in your face. Okay, sorry. Look. So, I thought that, watch how they spin this. So I don't know what they're going to say to spin this. She used words. She wasn't a threat. She's over there minding her motherfucking business. You better fucking not or I'll shoot you in your motherfucking face. Yeah.
to God, I'll shoot you in your face.
And then he says, huh? And then he's like, you better fucking not. So he sends her over to get the water. She's getting the water. She's doing everything he asked. She said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus once. He said, huh? She said, I rebuke you in Jesus again. He said, you better fucking not. I'll shoot you in your fucking face. She said, sorry. And then he pow-pows her. Watch. She complied everywhere.
Yeah. I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'll shoot you in the name of Jesus. Better not. That's where I'll shoot you in your face. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'll shoot you in the name of Jesus. Better not. That's where I'll shoot you in your face. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah. I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'll shoot you in the name of Jesus. Better not. That's where I'll shoot you in your face.
You guys.
Yeah. I'll rebuke you in the name of Jesus. I'll shoot you in the name of Jesus. No, that's where I'll shoot you in your face. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this right here. This is what I'm saying. We live in a world where trained cops can panic and act on impulse, but untrained civilians have to remain calm with a gun in their face. That's the live in, you guys. You got one motherfucking job, but I ought to do my job and your job? Really? They shot her for holding a pot. They shot her after asking her to get the pot. They shot her for rebuking. They shot her whilst holding, she didn't have a pot. They shot her after threatening to shoot her in her fucking face. They shot her. Look at her baby. He'll never see her smile again. In fucking pictures, you guys. These are all the black ladies that have been in the news cycle for things, and I'm sure there's even more. But nothing's changed ever since Yvette. What year was Yvette Smith? Yeah, we're tired. We're not fucking safe. We're not fucking safe. They think something happened to fucking 45. What's going to happen to Kamala? They better keep Kamala safe. Protect black women.
Okay, Delta. It's time to let these...
He told her to get it. He said they wouldn't do it, and then they did it. And the BBC reported on this. They're hunting us just like they used to. Oh, Vanna White's finally retiring. Oh, this was funny. I'm just like this. That's how I feel about it. Oh, did you guys see about this shit? I fucking did Ancestry, and now BlackRock's gonna have me. Oh, look. Somebody's on Facebook knew her.
Harris as the nominee, dramatic.
Obviously, an autopsy report has been released for the 17-year-old who was allegedly hit by a Leland patrol car and later died at a hospital. According to Attorney Ben Crump, the autopsy, Kadarius Smith's death was caused by blunt force trauma. Crump's...
That boy was ran over by the police, you guys.
Where?
This last part, this right here.
An autopsy report has been released for the 17-year-old who was allegedly...
Our children, our mothers. This boy, 17 years old, and they ran him over with the car for doing nothing. He was walking home with his friends, and a patrol car started chasing him and ran him over and then said they didn't know what happened. You guys, why do we have to be under such attack? And we keep calling on God, and we're still under the same fucking attack. What can we do?
An autopsy report has been released for the 17-year-old who was allegedly hit by a Leland patrol car and later died at a hospital. According to Attorney Ben Crump, the autopsy showed that Kadarius Smith's death was caused by blunt force trauma. Crump says that Smith was hit by the patrol car in the early morning hours of March 21st when he was walking home with friends. When the patrol cruiser began chasing Smith, Josh Bogan, an attorney for the Leland, previously said that officers were responding to a call about an assault in progress. He could not confirm if Smith was a suspect. Bogan said it wasn't that the vehicle struck Smith.
But then they lied about it.
Report has been released for the 17-year-old.
They say it's an accident, and then they lie about it.
An autopsy report has been released for.
Hello?
They never showed us, Abby, the most prominent ones, the ones that were most profitable, the breeding plantation. Why don't
you guys, I wasn't trying to come on here like forever this morning, but I was just so affected. I was in here crying, talking to my daddy. You know, my dad passed in December, and I was talking to my daddy. I mean, I call my husband daddy too. Only one daddy left. He is not confused anymore. It used to get really confusing at family events, you know, if my over and my husband was here. Say hi to the people, husband.
Hey, people. Grand rising. Grand rising.
Oh, my God. Whew. So let's see these comments. Their slogan means neglect and serve. I like that. It doesn't, I can't forget. Right? I can't. I'm done. I'm done trying to make sense of it. This shit is deliberate. They want my panties in a bunch. They want me out of my piece. I'm not strong enough. They control me, obviously, because I am stirred. I'm stirred. Nina called it out. The demon knew. Yup. Evil took her out. The demon, my God. Heard Jesus and turned directly into the wicked entity he is, right? But Jesus is supposed to like get them freaking out of this. It's not supposed to. I pray for her family. Yeah, you're definitely an ally. I have allies. Sarah's an ally. Freaking Mimi's an ally. Yeah, my great grandma was an ally. She didn't let him in her house. I don't know if you let police in your house. They just like walk in when you were behind you and you're too scared to tell them to get out of your house. I'm not sure if she let shit. I haven't watched the whole thing. Like I haven't watched the actual. That as far as I get is where he's like, I'll shoot you, and she says, I'm sorry, I'm refused to watch the actual act. Because that's really, I just see so much on social media that I really shouldn't see and I don't want to absorb. And I'm not equipped for that. I mean, I grew up in the 80s and gang wars and stuff. And I've seen some people like bleed out. And I've had to go to lots of funerals when I was younger. And I'm still not equipped for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Why? I don't claim them folks, right, Mimi? Be more shorties in the house. Yes, disheartening situation. Those are so desensitized to kindness. She told the strangers, I love you, thank you. These cops were supposed to be checking around the perimeter of her house. Why did she let them in her house? I'm telling you, you don't let in. Like, they kind of just are like, oh, get your ID and walk behind you. We're going to have to watch the whole thing. But the way that we are conditioned, I mean, if you can break in our house and shoot you in a bed, Breonna Taylor, then really think that there's a let involved, or are they doing what the fuck they feel like doing? Is it a let, or is it a do what the fuck you feel like do? Because I've done a police report before, and if I'm the doing, you don't need me for shit, sir. You don't need my ID. Are we making out a police report? We're break-in. Was my car window broke because something happened? Why were they even asking for her ID? Except for they wanted some more time with her so that they could get her in a situation to take her kids after they powed her in the face. Was Mrs. Macy having a mental crisis? No one knows, but she may rest with her ancestors. And then that's the other thing. So the shooter that just did 45's maxi pad situation, they immediately went and found all the good stuff on him. Oh, he was upstanding this, and oh, he was on this club, and oh, it was all fairies and rainbow farts. And then this woman gets fucking killed in her own house, and people are automatically like, is she mentally okay? She's a paranoid schizophrenic. Immediately going and trying to find something on her. And then even one of the things that I had, I guess it disappeared. Let me see. Did we go back to the beginning? Because one of the things I had was actually the cop saying, "Do we have anything on her?" And they were like, "No, nothing, just me." Where is that one?
She never charged him with a...
Yeah, I think we did him for him. I think it disappeared. Damn it. Yeah, it's unavailable. Oh, look, hell of my stories were unavailable. I didn't even notice. Look, my stories are no longer available. Let's see if we can get this one out.
I'm hearing that you were told conflicting stories. What were you told, the circumstance of this shooting?
Well, I was never told that it was a deputy-involved shooting. We were under the impression that she was killed by the intruder or some other person from the street or something, and they just went in there and found her dead body. I did not find out that the deputies killed her until my brother asked for Sonia's, and I gave it to him. And he said, "Brother, this says deputies involved." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" But we were all misled to believe that. And then there was a story that this was self-inflicted, a self-inflicted gunshot.
Oh my goodness.
So I think the cover-up started from just right after it happened. Thank God for the body camera footage. It's probably the most horrible and heart-wrenching thing that we've ever seen in our lives. But if it were not for body cam footage, we would not have known that this occurred.
Yes, I say thank goodness too for that body cam footage, because in the video it clearly shows she was not approaching him with steaming hot water, number one, which is what at the beginning. When he was asked about the gun, clearly there was no gun. She had said to the officer, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus," which seemed to set him off. What do you think? What does that mean? What was going on that you think that she would say those words to him?
He's a demon. She knows it.
I think that she feared for her life. There was some premonition he had. And it seems like he was just an emissary of Satan. And
but they get mad when we call them devils and demons.
That's what caused him to do what he did. It's just unexplainable.
Yeah.
Look, he looks so unbothered.
Hearing that you were told conflicting stories, what were you told, the circumstances of this?
See if we can get that other one. Oh, no longer. No longer. No longer. Yeah. So, Curvies.
Kamala Harris has reportedly declined to preside.
Let's see. Yeah, Sarah, I feel you. He had to hold you last night. Like I didn't let it into me all the way. I woke up this morning with it so heavy on me. I was like numb at the thought of it yesterday. And today I'm just like a raw scab. Her smile. She was in her house.
As we keep voting for white men, this is still going to continue to happen to us.
Chris, we need to be like the Jewish community and have our own police. Oh, really? But they got trained by the Jewish cops. So they were like the Jewish community in that way. In fact, the fact that she should have never let them in the house. They had, yes. Hey, look, you think, we need to, I'm not watching the whole thing, but the footage goes from the moment she was like, "Don't hurt me," to how they got into the house. Somebody's going to have to go back and look at that. Yes, it's so terrifying. Couture Bay. Oh my God. Yeah, lying for me too. Exactly. She let them in. To be honest, she acted a little off. Well, you know what? It looked like they were getting ready to leave. Okay, so I saw this one. They were like, "Oh, we didn't see anything." And then they were getting ready to leave and she was in her house. And they were like, "Are you feeling, are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh yeah, I took my meds." And I think they went to her house after that. I don't let police in my house either. You can talk to me through the door, bruh. Yes. Yeah, they already scrubbing the web. They're already scrubbing this shit. They about to start destroying her credibility. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But you can't destroy what's not destroyable. Her credibility is in this case. We got all the footage. We have their report full of lies, full of fucking lies. Now there's another thing. We need some new rules in this bitch. Okay? If you're calling the police and there's nothing going on, you need to have something happen to you for fake police calling. And if you're a motherfucking pow of 5-0, if you're 5-0, the popo, if you're 5-0, if you're 5-0, you need to also have some freaking additional training. You have to have a demon watch. Let's see what this poll said. Okay. Some people said, look, was Sonia Macy right? I got 19 votes and 16% of the people said Sonia Macy was not right. I'm not saying not right in the mind. I mean right for being in her house and saying her famous last words, which is the title of the video, rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Like, that's fine for her to say. Maybe I should have been a little more specific. Yeah, let me see. What's it say? Not end poll. How do you make it go down? Flashbacks. They did it to your cousin and told him that he stabbed himself? It's so disgusting. Seriously, because she thought there was a threat outside. And they showed on the body cam footage a car that was in her driveway. It looked like the driver's side was busted pretty bad. So I don't know if that had happened. The poor dad. Yeah, it's crazy. And we know this is happening. There's not a lot we get to do. Anyway, you guys, I just had to come on here and get it off chest because it was heavy on me this morning. And I'll be back later. I have to do Real Housewives of Dubai. I'll do a double because I did not give it to us last week after the fight with Talene and Caroline. And by the way, Talene is a op. Talene is a op. She's never Caroline Brooks' friend. She always thought she should have been on that show and not Caroline Brooks. And used Caroline Brooks to get on the show. And as soon as she used her to get on the show, she switched sides so fast and started bringing up, oh, Talene is no one's friend. And that's probably why I didn't hear about none of her music back in the day. Her and her slack-jawed ass. I didn't hear shit about Talene till she got on this show. They said she was some kind of singer from back in the day. I can't tell. And I do not like her. I love Caroline. And look, don't beg somebody to get on the show and then turn on them and then start just besmirching their character. Look, what did they say? What they did to Sonia Macy, destroy her character. Yep, destroy your credibility. They're trying to destroy your credibility. So Talene gets on the show and she's the cops and is trying to destroy Caroline Brooks' credibility, talking about, oh, she's drinking, oh, she has a drinking problem. Bitch, you my friend for 10 years. I was your only friend. Freaking Dubai for 10 years, your best friend. And the first thing you do when you get a camera in your face and my job is tell everybody that I have a drinking problem. Bitch. Talene is nobody's friend. She needs to kick rocks. And Rafi? Why was Rafi so quick to get in Caroline Brooks' face? Protect black women, bitch, back up. Why are you in women's business, Rafi? Do you wear bloomers, draws, or thongs, bitch? What's going on? What's going on, Rafi? That was women's business. That was women's business, Rafi. Why did you insert yourself in women's business, Rafi? Caroline and Talene were having a moment, and Rafi inserted himself in women's business. We got a word for that in America, Kaka. It's called being a Mitch. How about that? You should let your wife, slack jaw, handle her own battles, Rafi. You had no reason to get in her face. And then Talene is protecting me. He's protecting me for what? You started this shit, bitch. You need protection now? Put your rocks and hide your hands, bitch. I'm stirred, you guys. I need to go do a woosah. I can't even tell that I have my cup of coffee. Leave a comment. Thanks for coming through. I see 6 likes and I had like 12 people in here at one time. I love it when the likes match the number of people. So smash the button if you haven't already. Smash the bell if you haven't already, so you can get notified. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm gonna go calm down, then we'll come back and do some Dubai. Peace.